On the line with us is Greg Palast, the investigative journalist, author, filmmaker. His most recent, The Best Democracy Money Can Buy. GregPalast.com is the website. You can tweet him at Greg_Palast, just like I'm Thom_Hartmann. Greg, welcome back.
Glad to be with you, Tom.
Great to have you. So, first of all, I want to get into some voting stuff with you, but just to start out, voting is not your only beat, and you've been following the NAFTA thing since the 90s, as have I. And your thoughts on what's going on here with this negotiation? Donald Trump falsely claimed yesterday this would be the largest trade deal in history. Obviously, it's a, it's a joke, but something substantial might be going on, or maybe not. What have you found?
First of all, Trump had almost nothing to do with this, nor did the schmuck named Nieto. Nieto, sorry, stumbling there, who is the outgoing lame duck, dead duck president of Mexico.
Right, the new president comes in December.
Right. AMLO, Andrés Manuel Lopez Obrador, the leftist who won. What happened here is he called Donald Trump's bluff. Trump and his Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross said, you're going to raise wages of auto workers in Mexico. You're going to require more local content. You can't bring in cars from Brazil, put a windshield wiper on them and say they're Mexican NAFTA made. You are going to get rid of this Trade Dispute Council in which corporations have more power than nations, than our Congress, than their Congress. AMLO said, yeah, we'll take that right now. And of course, Wilbur Ross almost fell over dead because they have raised, dig this, Mexico is going to be required to raise auto worker wages to $16 an hour. A car has to have 40% of its contents made by workers making $16 an hour. At his 8 auto parts plants in Mexico, Wilbur Ross is paying $4 and $5 an hour. He's going to have to quadruple the wages. So this is not Trump, and this is not his Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross, because if Ross wanted to raise auto worker wages in Mexico, he could have just given them a raise.
Yeah.
Instead, he's being forced by AMLO. They've signed the deal with the current president of Mexico, the outgoing lame duck, just so AMLO doesn't get the credit. But AMLO's, just so you know, AMLO's negotiators were the people in the room who said, this is what we want, this is what we don't want. They ran the negotiations. And
AMLO, by the way, is sometimes referred to as the Bernie Sanders of Mexico.
Yes.
For context.
And it's really, truly apt. They both see FDR as their ideological lodestone. And the two of them, I mean, Sanders and AMLO, I know, both of them, and they are, I can't tell you how much alike they are, modest guys. And this is the result. He was for the working man. And what I'm very concerned with is one, that this is somehow Trump's deal. It's not. It's AMLO's deal. The current Mexican government resisted. So did Canada, because Trump knew that they weren't going to sign off, and his bluff was called. It's AMLO, it's the left, and the left of America, the left of Canada should be cheering and saying, this is one we won for the working class. And let's remember, when you say he's the Bernie Sanders of Mexico, AMLO, this is a very good point, because Sanders was anti-NAFTA. Hillary Clinton as you know, she is not president of the United States. She lost the state of Michigan because she went to Detroit and heartily defended NAFTA and free trade. And you know what? The unemployed workers of Michigan, the unemployed workers of Ohio and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania were not too thrilled about that. Remember, 19 million Americans, this goes back to your, you don't have amnesia, but apparently the Democratic Party does. 19 million people voted for Ross Perot on the single issue of NAFTA.
Right, in the election of '92. The Democratic
Party has spit in their faces of those workers and continued to do so through the mainstream Democrats. The Clinton wing has continued to spit on the American worker, pushing the old NAFTA, pushing free trade with China. And the result has been, Al Gore promised, by the way, in a debate with Ross Perot, that this would increase the number of auto parts workers in America. He said, I promised that. He actually said that. That's a quote. Mm-hmm. And the result is there's almost no auto parts workers left in America.
Yeah. Yeah, and and Americans know this, and this has hurt the Democratic Party really, really badly. So that's a fascinating perspective, Greg. Thank you for that. I'm curious your thoughts on what's going on in North Carolina, where a federal court has said that they're partisan gerrymandering. This is a state that's roughly 50-50 Democrats and Republicans, but they send 10 Republicans to the U.S. House of Representatives and 3 Democrats. It should be, 6 and 7. What's going on there, and do you think it's going to stick?
Unfortunately, we have a Supreme Court that's going to have a guy named Kavanaugh on it. I'm sorry. I know that there's a fight, but it looks like we're going to get this guy Kavanaugh.
But this might go to the court before the election, and Kavanaugh may well not be confirmed at that point.
May not well be there, but there is some, I don't know how they're going to redistrict before the November elections, or whether they're going to have to say it's going to have to be new elections. I don't know what's going to go on there, but I would be surprised if we can get justice here.
Yeah.
Look, the Supreme Court has said, we know that the 14th Amendment says everyone's vote has to be equal. We just can't figure out a method for determining what is political gerrymandering. But we know it's wrong, it's illegal, it's unconstitutional. But now, look, with statistics that we have today, with the advances we have in statistics, and I was a statistician, I can tell you, we can very easily tell you what's a political jerk job. These jerks have been writing these lines, the political junkies, the political fixers. We know it, and we can fix it. It's whether this Supreme Court is going to allow this unconstitutional behavior to be changed. And I have my doubts, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we'll keep an eye on it. And what else is happening in voting and elections around the country that we need to know about?
Well, I'm jumping on a plane for the belly of the beast, Wichita, Kansas, where I will be Friday at the Orpheum Theater at 8 p.m. for Women for Kansas, showing my film, The Best Democracy Money Can Buy. And I've invited a guy named Kris Kobach, the Secretary of State, who's also running for governor, I'd love him to join me on stage, where I can then serve him with a lawsuit that would require him to give up the names of all the people he has purged illegally from the voter rolls of Kansas, and divulge all the details of his vicious, racist cross-check purge program. So I'm on a Kobach hunt again, and
is the one thing that's preventing you from suing him that he's refusing service? He's refusing to take the papers?
I'll find him. He's ducking, but as you saw in my film, he can run, but he can't hide. We will serve him the papers. We are filing, when I say we, myself, I'm filing with the law firm of Meyer Mizaki out of New York, and we have a great local counsel, Bob I. We've had some support from the ACLU, and this is a federal suit. And so this could really be the nut that cracks this guy.
This incredible voter suppression effort. Amazing. Greg Palast, the investigative journalist, author, filmmaker, his latest, The Best Democracy Money Can Buy. If you're in Kansas on Friday, you can see it. If not, you can find it, over at gregpalast.com and on Amazon and whatnot. Greg_Palast is his Twitter handle. Greg, thanks a lot for dropping by today.
You're welcome, Tom.
Always great talking to you, my friend.